Hi new followers. I'm Fagan, also known as Tracy, and I'll probably say a lot because I'm nervous, as usual when I make these things. But so I'm answering a question thingy that I posted earlier. So I got a few questions from some of my followers. Thank you for not letting me hear all the cricket sounds. So the first question is it easy for you to trust others? And yeah, I'm pretty trusting. Sometimes overly trusting. I've gotten into a few binds when I was younger because of that. Yeah, so sometimes it can be a hindrance. But I'm also a really good reader of people, so I can kind of intuitively figure out what kind of person you are, what kind of intentions you have, at least in person if I have some time with you. Over the internet, it's not quite so easy. Although I still do okay, I guess. What were you doing at 11 p.m. last night? We were watching Spaced, and we watched probably about 4 episodes of that. We're rewatching the series, and I think maybe we're probably going to rewatch The Office next, the British version. Are you close with your dad? Sort of. He worked a lot when I was younger, and he'd get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and he'd come home at like 5 or 6, and then of course he'd be tired. And also he was the disciplinarian of the household, and he kind of had a temper, and that started mellowing out as he got older. But at growing up, he kind of didn't know when he was going to explode about something. Yeah, so I still have some fresh memories in my head from that. But one of the things that my dad and I have in common that I pretty much picked up from him was the love of bad jokes. And I tell them, and I love hearing them. And I also made some videos of them a while back. Really, really horrible jokes, which I love. So if anybody's interested, I can repost them. If not, whatever. But they're bad. If you could only drink one liquid for the rest of your life, what would it be? I drink a lot of iced tea, but I'm going to have to go with coffee. And that sucks because drinking coffee all day long is, even though I love it, would really be bad. But I can't give up coffee. And Sean's asking me if I'm done with my video yet. And I will text him after I'm done with this. Okay. Yes, I'm talking about my phone that's on my desk, sorry. Do you believe what goes around comes around? I want to believe that. I don't think it's true. I'm not really a big believer in karma. I think good things happen to bad people just as much as bad things happen to bad people. So that's just life. It's what you make of it. So I think it's best just, not to dwell on whether somebody's getting their comeuppance or not, and just move on with your life, because you're not really living if you're concentrated on something that's in the past. So that keeps you kind of frozen, and you want to move forward. Did you cry last week? Yes, I cried last week. I I have bipolar disorder, so I cry off and on a lot, and so that's kind of a weird question for me because it's kind of part of my life. But yeah, it happens. What's next? Do people call you by your last name? Yes, and I call people by their last names too. As a matter of fact, my best friend Chris and I have t-shirts with our last names on them. They're kind of like a thing we made for like a club, a club of two. So yeah, we have like a little emblem on the front and everything. Yeah, so I do that. Plans for the summer. Ooh, do I have plans for the summer? So Shane Malek is coming to visit me in July. So I'll get to see him for a few days, and while he's doing his con thing in Austin. And 4th of July, the weekend after, we're going to Oklahoma to Chris's uncle's farm, where we're going to set up professional fireworks because Chris knows how to do that. He taught himself, and I get to help load shells and help, do stuff like that. He wires. He's teaching me how to wire. Yeah, so that's going to be cool. Camp out, set up, and shoot off some fireworks. Very cool. And then maybe in August, at the end of August, if I don't have a job by then, I'll be visiting Sean in Canada. If he doesn't have a job by then, he'll be visiting me in Austin. So let's just, hope, because it would be really cool to see him. Yeah, so I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'm getting to meet a lot of my Tumblr friends, and I really like it. And I'm really excited to meet more of you. Yeah, it's cool. Did you get a compliment today? Yeah, I did. I got several. Thanks, Sean. Oh, also I got one from a new follower, so thank you. Thank you much. Where have you lived most of your life? Most of my life has been spent in Oklahoma. Stillwater, to be exact, home of Oklahoma State University, not the evil Oklahoma University. Yeah, it's pretty much my, I grew up in a really small town, probably 52 people in my graduating class, and as soon as I could get out of high school, or out of town, I did after high school, and I moved to Stillwater, which is not a really big town, but it's very diverse since it was a college town, and that's where I met Chris, that's where I met Kelly. Yeah, the people that I've known for years, I met them there, clubbing. Yeah, so thank God for music and the love of it. The last movie I saw, oh crap, I saw a really good movie, and I'm having to look up the name of it because it's Barney or Bernie or something. It was based on a true story, and it's called Bernie. It was based on a true story. It stars Jack Black, and it's about a funeral director that was really, really well liked, and he was a really smooth talking guy that really liked to spend his time with elderly women. And he finally took up with one of the elderly women that he was really big into consoling people and making them happy and stuff like that. Seemed like a really, really nice guy, and he may have been, but he ended up murdering someone. And the town still loved him. So, sociopath, nice guy, don't know. But it was a really good movie. I would suggest you go see Bernie. Do I curse in front of my parents? No, no, no. If I say God in front of my parents, they're like, so, yeah, that's like taking the Lord's name in vain. They don't know I'm an atheist, obviously. Yeah, I just figured that I didn't want to put them through all the grief worry type thing, because if they knew, they would worry about my soul and going to hell and all this stuff that they don't really need to worry about because it's not going to happen. So I just let them be in their happy little world. They're really good about denial. Really, really good about denial. So, if you don't talk about it, it's not there. So yeah, that keeps them happy. And the last question. What kind of bottoms are you wearing? I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11.